proceeded to blame them. So I got on their case very hard. I was showing up at Hovey House maybe like 3 times a week, and after a week and a half, we were still working through it, and then I finally went in and worked with the woman who runs the paperwork. I worked with her secretary. Both of us came up with the application, and we prepared it separately. I just could not trust these people anymore. Prepare it separately, come together. Both of us have the same thing set up, and I'm like, all right, fine, I can fill this out now. And as that was happening, I kept getting emails CC'd from Chiba Amy. She sent one 2 weeks later. She said, we still haven't received these forms. We haven't heard back from you at all. And then we got a third one. And then finally I went to Hovey House and I said, you better tell these people we're sending these forms. This is absurd. So I fill out the second application. The second application is obviously much more difficult. There's an essay portion. You have to get recommendations. So once again, I had to go to people, and I told them, oh, there won't be any more that you have to write. It's okay. And I show up and I say, all right, I need another one. Which it was a little annoying, getting the Japanese proficiency. Well, that was pretty easy. It was unfortunate because I'm obviously at the 4th level. I'm not that good. And the other thing that was getting me at this time was the first application was sent on time. The second application was being prepared within a week of the application deadline window closing. The window closes on the 31st of March. And I got this email from Chiba Amy saying she had no contact from us on March 28th. So we prepared the second app, and it was ready a week before March 31st. I spent all this time getting it ready, and I give it to them, and it's 2 days before the application window is going to close, and I'm like, maybe if I can convince them to overnight it to Japan, it'll make it in time. I hand it in, and I say, okay, you better send this really soon, because I'm kind of concerned. And the woman looks at me and she says, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, no, it's okay. And I'm like, well, this is the date that it's supposed to be in Japan, so maybe we should try and get it there by then. She said, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. They were just so fucking blasé. It was absurd. So anyway, a week later, I check with them, and they're like, well, we're still processing it. 2 weeks later, I check with them, and we're way past the deadline by now. We're very well into April, and they're still processing. And then finally she's like, all right, we're going to send it on Monday. And I'm like, Monday of next week? Yes, Monday of next week. So finally she sends it. She sends emails to Chiba Amy, who had sent a 4th email. She sent a 4th email the day that the woman in Hovey House had sent an email to her saying that we're getting our shit together. And then she immediately apologized, and she's like, oh, I didn't mean to send the 4th notice since you got back to me. Oh, that was my mistake. So we finally finished that application, send it, and I was shitting bricks. I thought the entire thing had been fucked. There's no way. Or, well, it was in gray territory. Everyone was telling me that there's no way I could get rejected. But I was like, it's way overdue. So all of April, waiting for a notice. All of May, waiting for a notice. I got back from school 2nd week of May. And then every day, I just start checking my email, every single day, 10 times. Waiting for some sort of notification that I'm going. It'd be nice to know. All of May, into June. Finally, June 2nd, I get an email from Christina at Hovey House saying that my certificate of acceptance has arrived. My acceptance packet, that's what they call it. And in total Hovey House fashion, she says, okay, we're going to mail it to you. You're going to need to sign off on stuff and state your housing questionnaire and all of that stuff. And we're going to need it back by June 12th. And we're mailing it to you. They're mailing it standard delivery. It's June 9th right now, and I still haven't got it. And I got the mail today. It wasn't in the mail today. So it's due this Friday, and I don't know when it's going to come, but, I mean, that's Hubby House. Oh, I also got a funny email from the woman who processes the paperwork. It turns out that the Japanese school spelled my name wrong on the certificate of acceptance. In her email, she's like, "Oh no, Alex, they forgot to put an L in your name. They're going to have to send another one." So I've emailed them. They're going to send one, but it's going to be like another week or two. And you need that document for the visa application. So once again, my visa is being stalled. I don't have paperwork from them, and we're once again falling behind a deadline. But I was accepted, despite my application being grossly late and grossly poorly handled. So the two morals, I guess, from this story is, number one, don't trust your Office of International Programs. Make sure you research the app beforehand. Check their website. It'll be on there, I'm pretty sure. At least for my school it was. And find out what the application is, what you need to send them. They will have a checklist, so you don't let what happened to me happen to you. The second moral, which is positive, is that if your school has a tie with a school in Japan, if your school has an agreement between them that they both mutually exchange students, the Japanese school schedules their student body to incorporate you. So if your school accepts you to go, your school says, we're all for it, you can go there, the Japanese people have to follow suit. They made the agreement, and even if your application is 4 weeks late, they will still accept you, and they will accommodate you. So, yeah, look out for that one. Until next time. So I just finished my Japanese exam. It was actually really easy. It's finals week, and I have no sleep at all. But I'm walking over to Hubby House to pick up my insurance card for medical, and it's an excellent moment for me to welcome you to hell, aka Hubby House. And there it is. There's our house.